Hey girl, hey. Hey boy, hey. Um, your girl's looking a little interesting. First of all, if this is your first time here, hello, hi. If you are just here on a regular, hey. Um, I needed to twist my hair, but I also needed to get this word out. So I'm doing both. And pray for your girl because I'm not the best at doing two things at once. Kind of like a just handle one thing at a time type of person. But anyway, this is not like a how to take care of your hair, how to do whatever. This is just me doing my hair, okay? Uh, but I wanted to come on here to talk about being comfortable in your own space and doing things by yourself, being your own company. And I've been seeing a lot of things like online, just talking about, uh, how to go to the movies by yourself. Like, how do you go to the movies by yourself? And with me, that's easy because I do that, right? I do that all the time. And some people are just like petrified at, being out alone, going on solo dinners, going to things by themselves. And even if it's something that they want to do, they will not do it because nobody is available to go with them. And we gotta stop that, men and women. And I think that's why a lot of times, especially like in this day and age, virtual dating, online dating is so easy because we're home. We're not really getting out. And shout out to the people that are doing online dating. I have done online dating. Online dating is not for me. But for the ones that want to get out, that are scared or just don't know what to do or how to do it, this video is for you. So anyway, I think starting back with me, I've always like kind of had, I've always been comfortable with being on my own. Ever since I was a child, like before my sister came along, I mean, we're 5 years apart, I was by myself. I played by myself, I did a lot of things by myself. And I mean, I had cousins, I had friends and stuff like that. But when they weren't around, I would, do my own thing. And I played dolls. I played with dolls. I even made like little little sets for my little like background sets for my dolls. Like, Barbie needs a home. She need a condo. So I would like draw like little backgrounds, and I would paint. I love to paint. I'm an artist at heart. So I would paint and I would do these things. And I always just was comfortable, even more comfortable than being with people. And I love people. I have a plethora of friends and people, sisters that I love to hang out with and stuff. But when it comes down to hanging out with your girl by herself, that is the bee's knees. Do people say that? Anyway, but I just love being on my own and doing my own thing. And people be like, how do you do it? And it could be like maybe genetics. I don't know. My mom is alone and she does a lot of things on her own. My dad, he does his own thing. And they're all very comfortable with doing their own thing. But I know a lot of people out there are socially awkward, and I get it. Like, this world is kind of strange and weird and stuff, and people just rather like not deal with the world. But that's not the way that we were designed to just be out, just not go out, to not do, to not be. And man, like if we could just kind of take a break from the social medias and living in somebody else's world online, we might find things that we like to do. you know, that new things that we never thought that we would be able to do. I was on Threads. Threads is like a new guilty pleasure of mine. I might have to take a break from that because, man, I mean, I'm a person that loves opinions, that loves to read other people's thoughts and stuff. So when I discovered that, child, that's another story for another day. But anyway, I saw someone on there and they said, do you go out like to movies by yourself? Like what do you do? Like, how do you feel? And people were chiming in like, you know, it's the best thing ever. You just grab your snacks, grab your blanket or whatever, and just go do your thing. And the person was like, I want to do it so bad, but I just feel like everybody will be staring at me. And that's the, that's the issue these days. Like, we're so afraid of what people think. We're so afraid of what people think. And I'm like, man, why? Everybody just comes to the movies to watch the movie. We ain't coming to see you, baby girl. You know, and we have to get out of that mode of like being so obsessed with our insecurities that we miss a good time. Like, what are you gonna do? You wanna miss out on a movie that you wanna see because you're nervous or something? Like, and let me tell you, it just because I like doing things on my own doesn't mean that I'm nervous. You know, when I'm walking the streets to a venue, I'm like, Lord, don't let me get kidnapped. Don't let me get trafficked off these streets. You know, like I think way out the box sometimes. But I still go. I still go because I can't let fear or, you know, over awareness. I don't know what other word fits there, but I'm not going to let those things stop me from doing what I want to do. And we have to just go. And people think that is the weirdest thing. You know, when you go out on your own, when you enjoy your own company. This might be the title of that video. Enjoy your own company. Get out. And you don't know who you'll meet. You might meet the love of your life, or you might meet some really life lasting friends. I got some heat damage right there, but whatever. You might meet some long lasting friends. I've gone out a couple of times on my own and met some really great people, and you just never know. And don't go to places where you think, you know, oh, I'm gonna go roller skating and see if, you know, I'm gonna find somebody. You know, a lot of people, they go out with the intent on finding someone. And you don't want to do that. You want to go out because you want to have a good time. You want to have a good time by yourself, you know. And some people just go like, oh, I'm gonna go do this, and end up hating it, and then be like, oh, why did I ever leave the house? No, you don't. If you're not a club person, don't go to the club. If you don't like baseball games, don't go to a baseball game. Go to places that you like. If you like museums, go to museums. You might meet people that are your vibe, you know. And that's what I started doing. And I mean, I've always enjoyed my own company, but once I grew up, once I became a woman, you know, I started looking. And you gotta start looking at things. It is festival season. The first day of spring was a couple days ago, and things are opening up. Like, the sun is coming out, the weather's getting warmer, so you gotta branch out. Turn the TV off. Turn the Instagram off, the TikTok and all that. Like, you know, and it's okay. Like, you can do that some of the time, but you ain't gotta do it all the time. You know, those things will take your life. They will take up your life. And I've been seeing it, child. Like, I'll come home in the evening and I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna walk the mall a couple times. I have a mall close to me, and I'm like, I'm gonna walk the mall a couple times, get some cardio in. Child, come home, and I'll eat my dinner, and then I'll start scrolling. And I mean, that's what the masses want to do. They just want you to take all your time. They don't want you to be productive. They don't want you to find people to spend time with. They just want you to be in a house and just drive out. And we're not doing that. We have to find ways to go out and do stuff. So what do you want to do? What do you like? What do you like to do? In the comments, what do you like? You might like music, so you'll go to a music venue, and it's okay to do those things on your own. You don't have to wait for people. Now you want to be careful, you want to be cautious, right? Like you don't want to just do stuff and people not know where you are. Like, for instance, shout out to Butcher Brown, the group Butcher Brown, coming out from Virginia. I believe they're from Richmond, Virginia. I went to a show of theirs last night by myself, right? And some people would be like, oh my gosh, girl, by yourself? Yes, by myself. And it was great. I sat at the bar and had a burger, very delicious burger. Shout out to Keystone Corner in Baltimore, Maryland. They are the bomb. That's one of my spots. Don't tell nobody. But I just looked at the lineup. It was kind of impromptu. I saw they were coming. I loved the group. I bought the ticket and I went. My friends, I mean, I could have said, hey, like, let's go, let's do. But on a Friday night, my friends got kids. They have husbands. They have obligations. And some don't. I mean, but that was a date to myself. We have to learn to date ourselves. I take myself out on a date all the time, shawty, because you gotta know that you the bomb. If you don't believe that you the bomb, if you don't believe that you're a great person, like, how is somebody else supposed to believe it? How is somebody else gonna treat you right if you don't treat yourself right? So I went to the show, had a great time, and at the end of the show, right before I left, I was approached by this guy. And he was very nice, very respectful, and he walked away with my number, so whether it comes out of something being something or nothing being nothing, like we both took a chance. I took a chance by going out by myself, 8:30 at night, something I probably wouldn't have done. I mean, I like earlier shows, but I said, I'm not doing anything else. It's Friday. I don't have to go to work tomorrow. Why not? He approached me. I don't know if that's something that he usually does, but he took the chance. And we have to start taking chances on ourselves. We have to start taking chances and going and doing and getting out there, guys. It's conventions coming up. If you like Comic-Con, if you like, underground music, I'm saying all the things I like. I mean, I don't think I've ever been to Comic-Con, but it looks cool. But I have been to a couple of conventions. I went to, I like going to tattoo conventions. I don't have tattoos, but I just like going to things like that. And you just never know, like, who you'll meet doing things on your own, so yeah, I really just admire other people that aren't afraid to be themselves, aren't afraid to do their own thing. And you have to be too. Like, start writing down things that you like and put it in a jar. Make it fun. Pick out something and do it. If you like art and they have like some type of art thing going on, go. And I live, in the DMV area, right? And Baltimore, DMV. And there's so many things around here, and people will say I've heard people say, you know, oh, my city's so boring. Oh, it's nothing to do. Like, have you looked? Like, even on Instagram, they have like people that will show you, like, hey, like this new restaurant, this new this is coming out. You know, check it out. And these things can be cheap. These things can be cheap. You know, we not sitting in the house being depressed. You know, sometimes we need our rest, sometimes we need to chill, but it's coming to be a time where that is like the norm, and people don't know how to socialize anymore. People don't know how to do things, you know, how to be, how to go, how to just take a trip, how to take a picnic. You know, where's your local park? You know what I'm saying? Where's your local park? Where's your local ice cream shop? I'm big for going to get a little ice cream, sit by the water. I mean, if you have a botanical garden or something nearby, by all means, chill, get out there and do it. And just don't be afraid. It just, I don't be judging. I don't be judging. I don't want to call it a judgment, but I'd be like, man, how do you expect people to like your company if you're uncomfortable with your company? If you're uncomfortable being by yourself and treating yourself to a nice dinner, and you just don't want to do it because your homegirls can't do it or your guys aren't there or available, like, I don't know. We have to. We're gonna try to get out of that mood. Like, for all the people that are, do you want to call it an introvert? Sure, let's call it being introverted. I mean, like I said, I have people that I love, that I do like spending time with, but it's nothing like spending time on my own. And that's how I find people. That's how I meet people. That's how I find people. And do I walk away with a number, or do I walk away with like somebody like asking me out every time I go out? No, that's not the goal. The goal is for me to just have a good time. And if that occurs, then that's nice, right? But that's not the end all be all. We're going out to experience life. We're going out to get some culture. We're going out to see the world. It's time to see the world. This what we're doing right now is for the birds. Like, it's time to get out again and do some fun stuff. So I thought I was gonna have more to say, but my hair is gonna take a little longer. But just look at your local city community page, you know, and get into it. Don't be afraid. Get out there and eat, and start by the movies. If you kind of nervous about getting out there on your own and doing your own thing, go to the movies first. Even if it's a matinee. Matinees don't really have people, you know, there, except for like maybe some older people or people that have a day off from work. Go and buy yourself a ticket. First of all, it's cheaper. Second of all, it's not that many people in there. And just go. Don't be afraid. I go to movies all the time. I wouldn't recommend going to see no scary movie, because I'd be scared somebody's going to like take me under the seats, child. What's with that? But go get yourself some snacks from the Dollar Tree, $1.50 tree, because that's what I heard. They're about to change again, but it's still cheaper than movies. That's not legal, is it? I would not try to tell you to do anything illegal, but go and do what you got to do for yourself. When it get warmer, you gonna find me outside at the park eating a chicken salad sandwich with some kettle chips, with my music, and having myself a good old time, you know? Because that's what life is about. Jesus did not do everything with the 12 disciples all the time. He went up into the mountains by himself, okay? By himself, he went up into those mountains, and he did what needed to be done, you know? And I'm gonna tell you this. I thank you, Lord. I do have more to say, I'm gonna tell you this. Sometimes when you decide to go out on your own and you're not used to it or whatever, you may have friends that also are afraid to do stuff on their own. And you may not be able to tell everybody everything because they'll try to make you feel dumb or goofy for going out and, you know, enjoying your own time. And in reality, they are the goofy ones because they're so insecure that they just can't fathom somebody going out and enjoying a nice lunch by themselves. So, you know, you'll find your people as you go. If you're going out, and sometimes even with me, like my location is turned on with my loved ones, so they know where I am. I'm not just going out here. You gotta have some street smarts about yourself. You know, you gotta have some type of vigilant. You have to have a vigilant mindset about yourself, right? You can't just go out here doing what you want to do, and then, you know, something happened and nobody knows what happened to you. So yeah, but don't let the naysayers and the people that are afraid talk you out of doing what you want to do for yourself. Oh, you gonna do that? Can't be me. You going out by yourself? Can't be me. Don't you believe in God? Well, pray for me that I get back home safe, okay? All right, good night. Sometimes you gotta tell people after the fact. Oh, wait, what you do yesterday? Oh, I went out to a show. You went out by yourself? Yup. I did, and I had a good time. And I had me a burger. And I walked away with a possible new friend. Okay. You gotta do for yourself. It's not all about spending money. It's not all about, you know, just doing things just to do it or to prove something, whatever you think you're trying to prove. You're just going out to do you. And some people are uncomfortable with that. Some people are uncomfortable with you going out and being what they might call being free. And you just gotta kind of like let those people continue to wait on other people or continue to miss out on life because they're waiting for the group to all come along. I remember when I went on a cousin's cruise. Shout out to all my cousins. I went on a cousin's cruise, and you know, I went along with like a couple of the things that, you know, they did. But in reality, I was doing a lot of stuff by myself. I'm like, all right, y'all going over here to the such and such. I'll see y'all later. Don't be afraid to break off. Don't be afraid to do you. The older that I get, the more comfortable I am with saying no to stuff that I just don't want to do. And it's okay. And I'm still working on it because, you know, is that dirt? Sometimes I feel like obligated or I don't want people to be mad at me. Let me just go along to get along or whatever. And that was really me like in my 20s, child. If you're in your 20s watching this and you're like a people pleaser, wait till you get in your 30s. And I'm talking about well into your 30s. Because it will be a light that goes off inside of you to say, hey, I really don't want to do this girl's trip. I really don't want to do this guy's trip. I really don't want to hang out with them today. I really don't want to do this birthday thing. And your no will be your no. And it don't have to be rude. It don't have to be rude. It could just be like, nah, I'm not going to do that. You don't even have to lie. Like, no, I'm not really feeling that. Or no, I'm not available. Because you're not. You know? But enjoy you. What are some things that you like to do? First of all, find out, what do you like about yourself? What do you like about yourself, child? We always focus on the things that we don't like or we can improve of, improve on. But what are some things you like about you? With me, I know me. I'm just different, and different can be good, or different can be good, but different can be different. But I mean, I've grown to really enjoy my company, and when the right people come along, they'll enjoy you too. They'll enjoy you too. And if they don't, then they have to go on about their business, and it's okay. You know, I have met people that I just wasn't their cup of tea. And that's all right. That's all. You have to let them go. What I'm about to do to prove to somebody that I'm great. Lost me. That will really like do something to your psyche. That'll really do something to your spirit. And I'm all about protecting me now, because it was times where I was always kind of like shrinking myself, or just going along to get along, you know, like, oh, okay, you know. But now I'm like, no, we ain't feeling that, no. If I want to do it, I'll do it. If I don't, baby, I'll see you later, you know. But your time will come. If you're watching this and you're feeling tired of just kind of doing what everybody else wants to do, or you want to find that point of being comfortable with being on your own and doing things on your own, it is your time. Going out there, if your neighborhood is safe, you know, going out there for a little walk in the evening. It's starting to get nice outside. You know, you never know, you might meet a little somebody that's doing their walk, and then look, you done found a walking partner, or a nice cool friend. You know, people meet people all the time, like doing what they like. You like going to the gym, you might find somebody that want to hoop with you at the gym, or can spot you at the gym, or, you know, that want to do the next dance class with you. You never know. One of my friends, shout out to my friend Keena. That's my sister. I love her. Hey, Keena. I met her, me and my sister Dominique met her at a concert. This was years ago now. And guess what? She was by herself. And those are the people. Those are your people. You find your people when you go. You know? She was by herself. And she's comfortable with doing things on her own. And guess what? Look at God. We are friends. I text her just about every day, every other day. You know? And that's how God brings people together. Are you going to meet people every time you go out? And that honestly may not even be your goal. You just want to, you know, be comfortable in your own presence, be comfortable in your own company, and that's cool too. But I'm just saying, you know, you never know. You might meet people when you go out. I go to the bookstore. I like the bookstore. And if you think all of the stuff that I'm saying is boring, what is some of the stuff that you like to do? Maybe you like to go surfing. Maybe you like to go swimming if you take a swimming class. Or if you are a really good swimmer, you can probably teach somebody. Meet somebody. I know, like, nowadays, there's a lot of run clubs. Child, if you're in the DMV area and you know where a walking club is, holla at your girl. Cause I don't do the running thing, but I do like to walk. Your girl likes to walk, so we can start a walking club, and I'm down for that. I'm down for that, shout. You know, if you a book club, what you like? What do you like to do? Write down like 10 things that you like to do, and look up things in your city. If you live in Denver, if you live in Detroit, if you live in DC, if you live in Miami, if you live in Sacramento, if you live in, I don't know, wherever you are, Canada, if you live in, Accra, if you live in the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, wherever you are in this world, find out what it is to do. You saying that it's boring, you don't know that. You probably didn't look hard enough, to be honest. I remember when people would say, oh, Baltimore is so boring. It's so boring. That's why I go to DC, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, it's not really boring to me. Because, I find things that I like and I go. I like to thrift. Man, I found so many cool thrift shops. And I'm talking about like vintage shops that I never knew existed in this town. And I packed up my ride and I went, child. I went. I did little adventures, found some cool things, and voila. You like pizza? Go take a pizza making class. It's so much to do. It's so much to do. Get out. And if it's something that looks or sounds interesting, try it. That was ugly. Try it. And you just never know. You might like it. I have never gardened before. Can I say gardened? And I want to try it this year. I'm looking at the little pot over there with the seeds in it. I ain't bought no dirt, no soil, no nothing, child. I don't know what I'm doing, but YouTube is teaching me. And I'm gonna go figure it out. Now, I know they got some gardening classes around here somewhere, but I'm learning. I'm learning life. We're learning life together. Life is not all about, going to work, coming home, scrolling, eating, and sleeping. This is not it, guys and girls. This is not it. This is not life. If you're bored and you're like, man, I always wanted to learn how to skateboard, go get yourself a little cheap skateboard and go outside. They just made a new skating park a part of the city that I think is so cool for the youth, for the non-youth. I like to watch the planes land. Do you have an observation park in your area that you can go to? It's so much to do. It's so much life to live. And sometimes you're going to have to leave the people in your life behind to go figure that out, to go figure out what you like to do in this life. It's not all about waiting. If you wait for people, you won't be waiting forever for some people. You have to go. And I learned that a long time ago. My first concert that I went to on my own that I can remember was a Eric Roberson concert. I was celebrating my birthday, and people were busy, people were doing things, and I was like, I'm gonna go to an Eric Roberson concert by myself. And man, let me tell you, that concert was awesome. I had a great time. I had an interesting time. That's a story for another day. I got stuck in the parking garage. It was very interesting, but you will run into a lot of adventures being on your own. Things that will add to your story, that will add to your testimony. Life is not all about trying to meet somebody quick online, trying to meet somebody, that you can go out with for a quick dinner or whatever. Like, life ain't about that. If you're ready to thrive, if you're ready to live, if you're ready to, see what this world is about, give yourself a chance and stop being so scared to live. Go about your business and figure it out. Nobody's gonna help nobody's going to figure it out for you. People can help you figure it out. Like I'm trying to help right now, but nobody's going to take your hand and make you go on your community site, make you go out to the park, make you go out and do whatever it is that you say you want to do. You have to actually push yourself out there to do it. You have to, first of all, take God with you. Like, Lord, I'm scared, but I do want to meet people. Like, how do I do that? What do I do? And he'll show you the way. Because, I mean, I get nervous sometimes, man. And I be like, Lord, be with me. Be with me on my drive. Be with me as I go wherever I'm going, you know. And every time I come home at the end of the day, I'm grateful. Because, for one, I got out, I did something on my own. Two, I came home safely, you know. Life is all about adventure. And it can be a beautiful life. It can be a colorful life. It doesn't have to be boring. You know, if you're bored, you just don't have enough to do, or you just don't know where to find it, you know. But get the sources and ask around. Don't be afraid of people. Some people are just so afraid, and you don't know the kind of doors that you are keeping locked because you are so afraid to get out to do something on your own. There's so many places that I was invited to, and I was nervous because I didn't know anybody. I can't tell you how many parties I've went to from teenager to now, and I didn't know nobody, but I put my big girl boots on and I went, and I ended up having a nice time. I mean, I may not have talked like right away, but, you know, I kind of like glide into it because, for one, I don't like being awkward. So I'll figure out something to talk about, okay? I'll figure out something like, man, it sure is cold out there. Or, you know, it's springtime, you know? Like, I'll figure it out. Life is about figuring it out. And you just roll with it. You just roll with it. You just go, you roll, you do. And yeah, don't be afraid of life. Don't be afraid of being by yourself, doing your own thing. Life is about figuring it out, finding adventure, meeting people, or not meeting people. Even if you're legit not a people's person, at least get out for yourself. Go, you like ice cream? Go and find you a new ice cream shop. You know, shout out to Be More Licks. I love them in Patterson Park, Baltimore, Maryland. Great place to meet people. People are in line with their dogs and their kids and things, and it's just fun, especially in the summertime. Go to the festivals. We got Greek festivals, Latino festival. We got the African fest. We got so much. Well, I mean, my city do, but it's so much to do that it shouldn't be no excuse to say it's nothing. Unless you really live in like a town that has literally nothing. Like, I'm just not gonna gaslight you and say, oh, get out there, it's gotta be something. Like, if you're living in the middle of Utah, or if you're living in a desolate Iowa town, then you might have to start the group. You might have to start the fun group. You know what I mean? You might have to start the fun group. And you just never know what life has. So get out there, have fun, do your thing. Don't be afraid. Go, just start by going to the movies, start by taking a walk, start by having lunch in the park, you know, a new cafe. I love a good cafe, especially on a rainy day. You throw some Coltrane on your ride, man. You talking about a good day. If you like music, find yourself a record shop. You know, if you like, what's your favorite food? You like sushi? Don't go to the same sushi spot that you go with your friends all the time. go find a nice sushi spot, something new, something where you can experience a new roll and sit down and enjoy yourself. Even if it's on your phone. I'm not saying go and try to spark up conversations with people. That's just me when I'm like literally sitting in a group of people. I'm just not going to not say anything. But when I go to a restaurant, I'm on my phone. I'm chilling, right? That's okay. But at least you went out. At least you pushed yourself out there, you know. If you can go to, somebody said this yesterday, if you can go to the market by yourself, if you can go to the bank by yourself, if you go and run your errands by yourself, you can definitely go and have a dinner by yourself, or go and enjoy a nice show by yourself. So anyways, if this helped you, let me know that it helped. Or what do you like to do if you are somebody that does like to go out by yourself? Where do you like to go? Because I mean, I might try it out too, you know. Or if you're looking for that new adventure, if you're looking for that new thing, you might find people in the comments that would say something that's pretty helpful, you know. So I love y'all. I might talk about this again. I wish I could. I'm still learning how to edit, you know what I mean? Because I do want to like insert like the shows and stuff that I have went to and the things that I've gone to on my own. But yeah, go to that ceramic place. Go and paint you a bowl, you know. Just go get out, do something. Turn this video off and get out the house, okay? It's springtime. I love you. Talk to you later. Bye.